Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am one of the students, Morg.
Yep, and I'm the other student, back from the void. I'm Devin Wren.
Right, and I'm the teacher, Dan. We're actually opening this episode up with just a little bit of Sonic news. I'm getting this off of sonicstadium.org, which is dedicated to Sonic information. The first wave of Sonic 30th anniversary merchandise has been announced and will be coming in December. In case you or the listeners weren't aware, this is 2021 will be Sonic's 30th anniversary. While these are unprecedented times, it is not unprecedented for Sonic games to come out a different year than their anniversary year. Especially after Sonic 06 taught them that it's actually a bad idea to aim for a specific date like that.
To rush it?
Yeah.
Sonic is officially 30 years old.
Yeah,
I had no idea that it was the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Can't believe he's like 47.
Yeah, the first Sonic game came out in, I believe, June of 1991. When it comes to, like, anniversary stuff, there's been different things for, like, different anniversaries. I believe the 5th anniversary had Sonic Jam, which was a sort of re-release of the classic of Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles on the Sega Saturn.
Mm.
The 10th anniversary showed Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
The 15th anniversary saw Sonic 06, which didn't turn out so well. There was also a Sonic 1 port for the GBA. People don't remember it as much, but it was not a very good port.
What was the 20th?
The 20th was Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
That one was...
classic.
I feel like a lot of people consider that one as like...
Yeah,
like saving it, kinda, even though there's like debate on which, what 3D game is good, when did it get good again, whatever.
Sonic Generations was really good. It also like it's a specific example of like they were planning years in advance for it, and I think it actually came out did Sonic Generations come out 2010 or 2011?
Well, 2011 would be the 20 year.
Yeah, okay. Looks like it did come out in time for the anniversary. The next anniversary game, Sonic Forces, which incidentally is also the last mainline Sonic game to ever come out, came out in 2017, 1 year after the 25th anniversary. Sonic Forces it's an okay game.
Sometimes
it had
that's
a
all
really
you
good
need.
character creator, and that's about it. There hasn't been a game announcement yet, but like I said, even though there have been, let me try that again. We'll probably see a 20th anniversary game within the next 2 years, or a 30th anniversary game in the next 2 or 3 years. It feels like they've been planning ahead for them to the point where I think the only recent example of a mainline Sonic game was an anniversary game, so yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So here is the first wave of the 30th anniversary products. The Sonic Encyclopedia, a full-cover, hardcover, historical retrospective encyclopedia that explores nearly
Wow.
every video game and provides deep insight into the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise.
Oh, so they're just doing our job for us.
Yeah. And they don't have
Fucking
to worry
weird.
about the roll of a die determining when they actually get to talk about a video game. Pop vinyl figures. That's right, Funko Pops.
Always. I'm sure they have, like... I'm sure they have Sonic ones out already.
Oh, they definitely do. These new ones include Classic Sonic, Tails, and Silver the Hedgehog.
Nice. Can't wait to stare into their soulless eyes.
Yeah. Love that Sonic Funko Pop. Let's see. There's more collectible toys and accessories and toys and collectibles. They haven't really specified in this article here, other than like action figures and plush toys. That's nice. A jewelry collection.
Oh my god.
King Ice has created an official jewelry collection brought together with 3D design, enhanced set stones, and quality craftsmanship, bringing Sonic to life in jewelry form with a hip-hop influence.
What? With a what? With a hip-hop influence? I don't know what are they... I don't exactly know what that means unless they're
they make like streetwear jewelry, it looks like. A lot of
okay.
Street themed stuff. They've got some nice looking things here. They've got Wakanda necklaces.
Okay.
There's some Buddhas. I'm just looking at King Ice right now. Oh, they have a lot of collabs. Death Row Records.
Oh, fantastic.
PlayStation. Rick and Morty. Snoop Dogg, The Notorious B.I.G., Powerpuff Girls, Chucky, The Simpsons, SpongeBob SquarePants, and so on.
Oh my god, can I get a Thursday the 20th necklace for myself? As far as Simpsons-inspired jewelry? Because that would be incredible.
There's no Thursday the 20th, but I am staring at some incredible Bart jewelry. There's one where he's got... There's a golden Bart here, golden Duff beer. There's ones of Bart, and he has knuckle tats that say good and bad.
Things are good, things are bad. Wait, okay, this is called ice jewelry? What is this called?
King Ice.
Okay. Interesting.
I am... I hate to look at this Rick and... This
Why would you open it?
gold good Rick necklace.
You can get a penis.
I can get a penis?
You can just get a dick. You can just get a dick. I looked up I googled King Ice jewelry, and the first image I saw was iced erect
you can
penis
just
necklace.
Get a whole dick.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
Some of this is actually very nice, though. I just don't want a dick on my chest. I gotta say.
Yeah, let's see what's next in this. Let's see. Apparel and accessories by Graph Gaming doesn't really specify. A classic Sonic comic book miniseries, published by IDW. That's nice. Previously there was a classic Sonic series that was being done by Archie before it got canned. Let's see. Collectible enamel pens. Sonic energy drinks. G Fuel, the official energy drink of esports, all caps, has recently partnered with Sonic the Hedgehog to bring the character's iconic Peach rings to life by way of an energizing, high-performance, sugar-free, peach-infused energy drink. G Fuel.
Peach rings. Are you saying the gold rings are peach flavored?
I guess.
Sonic is.
Are they like the gummy peaches?
I guess. Sonic's.
Chili dong. Chili dong. Oh no. Chili dog. Chili dong. I guess I just have dick on the mind.
Oh no.
Chili dog flavored G Fuel is gonna be next, I'm sure. So if I drink it, will I go supersonic speed?
You'll be able to do esports with the best of them.
Will I be able to speedrun Sonic games? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Sonic's Peach Rings flavor is set to relaunch in an exclusive 30th anniversary collector's box in 2021.
I didn't know this peach ring thing was a thing.
I guess it must have existed before? Maybe? I don't know.
I do like peach flavored, both real and fake peach, so
that's good.
Maybe I will try it. What if they want a blue raspberry? I feel like they should have gone with like blue raspberry or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Sonic's favorite flavor is peach.
Blue. He's blue.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to taste test this on the show at some point.
Yes. Nice.
So that's all we've got for this bit of news. So let's move on to the first of the 3 shorts we watched for this week. The first is Man of the Year.
It was a minute.
It was so short.
Yeah, I forgot it was that short. I could swear it was like 2 minutes at least.
It also like taunted us by saying
Sonic
to be
gain
continued.
his reputation back?
So rude.
Yeah, the short, it's just a real quick one. Robotnik wakes up one morning and finds out Sonic has been declared Man of the Year, and everyone loves Sonic. Robotnik naturally hates this, so to get revenge, he dresses as Sonic and ruins everyone's day, and then everyone hates Sonic. And it says, to be continued? It was never continued.
Yeah, when was it made?
I don't know. This came with Sonic Jam, so presumably somewhere between 1991 and 1996.
Oh my god. Yeah. So he also has like a Sonic doll that he strangled.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Because he was so mad. He got that early Sonic merch, got that fucking 5th year anniversary Sonic stuffed animal, strangled it, and then got an idea to like wear a Sonic costume.
The way this is animated really feels like an old cereal commercial. Like a 90s cereal commercial.
Yeah, it feels like the end of it should just be like going to give you Sonic merch. But no, it just ends.
Silly Eggman. Tricks are for kids.
Yeah, so I guess we can hop on ahead to the next short, which was Night of the Werehog. This came out around the time Sonic Unleashed came out to sort of promote the game. It's an 11-minute short made in CG, starring Sonic the Hedgehog and Chip and some ghosts.
I gotta ask, is Chip a character from Sonic Unleashed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chip is the little reddish guy.
Yeah. He seems like he's kind of the Tails.
Yeah, what happened to Tails during all this?
Well, if this takes place during Sonic Unleashed, and in retrospect, I probably could have done this when we talked about Sonic Unleashed, but whatever. Tails is probably just doing his own thing. Like, he helps out Sonic, he, like, helps him travel to different continents and that.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's sort of taking the back seat of this adventure.
He's doing a self-care day.
This short opens with some kids exploring a haunted house, and they get scared by ghosts, and a photo gets taken, and we get the title card.
Yeah, the ghosts, they have cameras, and they're taking pictures of the kids' scared faces and showing them to the pretty lady ghost. And I just want to say, the YouTube video, like, that we watched this, someone was like, in the comments was like, wow, they were simps before simps existed. And I'm like, bitch, simps has always existed. They just didn't have a word for it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, good. That comment was there when you watched it too, because I just kept looking at that being like, what are you on about?
I'm like, dude, what?
Just there are cartoons from the fucking 60s where people simp. I don't know what's going on here.
Maybe they watched this for the first time?
They learned a new word and they want to use it every day of their lives.
I guess, but you can see the, like, goofy, like, wolves with their tongues sticking out. And,
yeah,
like,
I've seen the mask.
You can see the mask. That's
I've seen
fine.
Jim Carrey is the original simp.
You can't say that.
We did it. We found the original simp.
This is fucking slander.
Simp Carrey.
Simp Carrey.
Talking about Simp Carrey. Oh no. Okay, well.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So the pretty pink lady ghost, because we gotta know she's pretty pink lady, picks one of the pictures that she likes better, that the kid is, like, scared in, and kisses the cheek of the ghost that she likes the picture of more.
We also see that she has, like, these, like, framed photos up of, like, the mysterious Wolfman who has been sighted in the area. A new person comes to visit this mansion. It's Sonic the Hedgehog and Chip.
It's a new hog.
Yeah.
They're, like, trying to get out of the rain.
Yeah. I think they're just squatting for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic is having a good time exploring this haunted mansion, and Chip is absolutely terrified.
They take so many pictures of Chip.
Yeah, there's just a whole montage where they just, like, take photos of Chip getting scared. The Ghost Girl really loves all of these photos, but she is very disappointed when she realizes that in a bunch of them, Sonic is there too, and he's not getting scared.
This creates a very funny moment because before that, Sonic keeps, like, acting like he doesn't know why Chip is so scared. And it means Sonic has been watching Chip get scared by ghosts for the last, like, 10 minutes and just keeps, like, making fun of it for him.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what's going on.
Like, wow,
he
Sonic.
knows what's going on.
Wow, Sonic, you dick. Yeah. He knows enough to, like, pose in front of the camera and make silly faces.
But is Amelia like, what's wrong, man? Are you scared? It's just an empty house, dude.
It's just some ghosts.
They're all right.
Some ghosts. They're fine. Is this one the ghosts are like, because they're like pissed that Sonic's not scared, so they like make a deal.
Yeah, they like possess some suits of armor to scare
that's
Sonic.
Right. That happens first. Yeah.
And as they're getting ready, the full moon comes out, and Sonic becomes the Werehog. For the record, the Werehog doesn't like change Sonic psychologically. It just makes him big and scary. It makes him really strong and stretchy too. Yeah. The only reason I wouldn't say it's himbofication is because I think he doesn't like get more aggressive or anything.
Himbos can be nice.
He doesn't get
stupider.
Yeah, I was like, there are himbos with a heart of gold, but usually they're also like
dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah.
Not that Sonic
I meant to say that, like, yeah, Sonic's dumber. I know for a fact one of the key things about himbos is that they have a heart.
Whereas, like, Sonic clearly doesn't have a heart because he's being an asshole to shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he, like, gets stretchy, which is super weird. Like, instead of running fast, it seems like he, like, has stretchy arms. And I'm like,
Did he?
It's not like wolves get stretchy arms. You know, it's not like that's a key factor of werewolves or anything.
Oh, you didn't know the secret werewolf lore of Stretch Armstrong?
God damn it.
You didn't know the secret of werewolves is that they're just rubber?
We have to update Wikipedia and note that, like, on the chart of all werewolves, that some have stretch powers.
Oh, God.
It's like that fucking bit from... No, that fucking vampire Wikipedia page where it has a section for Get Soggy in Milk just for Count Chocula.
I forgot about that. Sometimes you get soggy in milk.
Sometimes you just get a little soggy.
That's his weakness. It's fine. He's valid. Well, okay. So, like, Sonic, like, scares the ghosts out of their, like, knight armor, and they end up taking pictures of their own scared faces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, how do they manage that? I know it's because it's a fucking cartoon, but I'm also like, damn.
The Lady Ghost loves these photos. She loves them. So
she loves the scared ghost photos, yeah.
Yeah. The ghosts vow to get revenge, and they make a pact.
This is the pact.
Yeah. At some point that night, Sonic and Chip are having some tea when the ghosts come out, and they have fused into one buff demon ghost.
With horns?
Yeah, with horns and some sort of fur.
He's like a minotaur.
Yeah. He can also turn invisible, which is bad for Sonic, who has to fight him now. However, ghost photography is a thing, so as long as he can get, like, photos of the ghost, he can see him. So, like, Chip tosses the camera over and tells him to do that, but when Sonic tries to do it, the photos can't develop fast enough for him to actually get a punch in time.
Yeah, they're Polaroids that don't go fast enough, and so he gets the shit kicked out of him still.
And no one informed him that you shouldn't shake them because that makes it worse.
So, like, Sonic starts flailing blindly to see if he can do that, and that fight bit doesn't work. The ghosts finally get the opportunity to take a photo of him, but then they start fighting with each other over who gets to take the photo. And
because they want to get the kiss.
Yeah. It was only a kiss. How did it end up like this?
It was only a kiss.
Is this like... And then, like, Sonic wakes up, because he was, like, knocked out at first, right?
Yeah.
And he gets up because they were too busy fighting. And, like, picks him up and, like, throws him around.
Yeah. He does this thing that I think you do in the game, which is, like, grab things and throw them around. So, Sonic is able to beat the ghosts, and once they're dealt with, they don't have any more problems for the rest of the night. The next morning, Sonic the Werehog is leaving the mansion with Chip, but Chip's acting weird and really wants to get a photo with him.
What a weirdo!
Yeah.
But
Chip sounds different, but Chip gets a photo with Sonic, and we find out Chip was actually the ghost girl, and the real Chip is still tied up in the mansion. The end.
And he was there forever.
Yeah. Yeah, so... What did both of you think of it?
It was fun. It was a nice, fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it seems like a fun little short.
Yeah,
very
like, extremely. But,
extremely.
But it's fine. The ghosts look like, Casper's, like, uncle ghosts?
A little bit.
Like, yeah, they look like his uncles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it looked nice. It looked like... It reminded me of the game. Like, I've seen, like, a video of the actual game. It seems like kind of like how Sonic Boom is also in a similar style to that game, and seems like they tried to capture the look of it. Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about. Sorry, to go back to the first one, the Man of the Year. It was, all the buildings were 3D, but Sonic and, like all the people, like Sonic and Eggman and stuff, were all 2D. So it, like, gave this really weird feeling. Like, I don't know what the buildings were made out of. I don't know if it was... Yeah.
Yeah, I also noticed, like, the sound design feels... It definitely feels like they took stuff from somewhere else. Like the music is, like, I think Hall of the Mountain King and some music from Sonic CD. But also, like, sometimes there's just, like, sound effects and stuff that just feel like they were, like, grabbed from whatever they could find.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a collage.
Yeah.
But, anyway, yeah. Oh. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, back to the Werehog one. Yeah, it seems like...
You're good.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
It's okay. I'll do what I can to cut it out. So, I guess we can move on to the third short for today. An episode of OK KO Let's Be Heroes, titled Let's Meet Sonic.
It's a
I haven't
cute
seen the
show.
rest of this show, but it seems cute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I do want to ask, like, for both of you, how much you were able to, like, get out of this, because, like, I think a lot of what appeals about this, like, this cartoon, specifically this episode, is, like, just having a lot of background information on Sonic.
I could follow the general jokes of everything pretty well. Like, a lot of it was just like pretty, at least what I think would be like common Sonic knowledge.
Like 4:45 or something.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I understood some stuff, like, it definitely, like, referenced things that I knew just from stuff that we had talked about on this podcast. Like, I mean, even some of the music sounded like it was from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then there were, references to Sonic Says, and, references to, there was something else I got that I was like, oh yeah, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, Knuckles being kind of gullible being a thing, and not that he was in it, but that he was referenced. Like, a lot of it was, like, reference to Knuckles, reference to Eggman, reference to robotification. Like, robotification is something that comes up in the comics and stuff like that.
This episode begins with, KO, being ready for another day of protecting the plaza from evil robots. He does a bunch of poses that are taken from Sonic stuff. Rat and Enid, meanwhile, were up all night playing video game and slept through the day. That's a thing they do in this show. Like, there are two specific jokes that they do in this show that I think might require, like, just a bit of context. One is they never say video games, they always say video game. And the other is they always say sorry as sorry, as if it were Canadian voice actors' accent slipping.
Oh, I thought it was on purpose. I literally thought they were from Canada. Oh my god. I literally, because I was like, Canadian accents, like, sound so similar to, like, mine, except for stuff like sorry, that I was just like, oh, they just are Canadian. Like, I thought this was a Canadian cartoon. I didn't know that was the joke. That's such a weird choice.
Yeah, it comes up a lot. It's weird, but I like it as a joke.
Do people mention it? Are they like, you said sorry weird or anything?
I can't remember. I feel like it's just this weird background detail that you notice and pick up on as being intentional.
Okay.
So Rat and Enid are asleep because they were up all night playing video game, and then Sonic and Tails show up. We get the intro. KO's, like, really loving this. He loves Sonic so much. Sonic has the power level of Ring. And, like, KO goes over, like, Sonic's achievements, including blowing up the Death Egg, fighting the Ultimate Life Form, and winning both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games.
One single gold medal.
Getting gold medal. Sonic shows off his gold medal. Was the drawing of the life form, was that just like a random dude? That was
Shadow.
It did not look like Shadow to me for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I also think I glanced at it because I was in the middle of something, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of a crude drawing of, like, the fight at the end of the hero story of Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
Sonic is like, hey, you can be my new little buddy. Give me one of Gar's famous chili dogs. And Tails is a little annoyed because he feels like Sonic's ignoring him.
He's like, I'm the little buddy.
He's like, how dare you forget me, the greatest, the Tails.
Especially because he knows, like, everything about Sonic, too.
Mm-hmm. Sonic shows KO this advertisement for Gar's famous chili dogs and is in fact some of Lord Boxman's minion children, Daryl and Jethro. Let's see. Just to quickly note. Oh, yeah?
I was just gonna say that, yeah, they were, like, in the ad. They were, like, like, come out of the advertisement.
They disguise themselves as a piece of paper. It's great. Just to note, Daryl is voiced by Ian JQ, who is the creator of the show. So Daryl and Jethro kidnap Enid and Rad, and KO's got to rescue his friends. There's a whole running bit where KO is barely able to keep up with Sonic and Tails. Tails starts carrying him because he's just getting tired from running. In order to get into the lair, they do a lightspeed dash, which is a thing from SA 1 and 2. Yeah, Sonic and Tails, Sonic, Tails, and KO are able to get into the lair just in time. Boxman orders a promotion to his minions. There's just a line that I find really fun where Daryl says that he doesn't even go here.
Yes.
That was it was such a random Mean Girls reference in a Sonic cartoon.
It's very Mean Girls. But, okay, wait, okay. So one of the robots sounded like, they were like, ha ha ha, and it sounded like, to me, it sounded like, Scratch from...
Maybe he did that? I might have missed it. I would fully believe they did it. They do a bunch of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog references in this whole bit here. Oh, also, Boxman is voiced by Jim Cummings, who also voiced Robotnik in Sad AM.
Oh! That's cool.
Yeah. Boxman, presents them a challenge they have to do to get to their friends, which is running a loop-de-loop, like in the video game. Videos game. KO's, begging Sonic and kissing his feet and telling him not to fall for Boxman's trick. And he says he wants to go first. But he can't run the loop-de-loop because he's a normal person.
Except he's not, because he eventually does.
Yeah.
He's eventually, encouraged to do it.
Yeah. Sonic tells him that if he can't run it, then to try doing a spin dash. And Sonic can't really explain how to do a spin dash. It's just something you do. So Tails gives him some advice, which is to visualize a finish line. And we get a bit of, Tails' backstory here about Tails wanting to catch up to Sonic and, learning to do a spin dash through that. It's nice. So KO immediately figures out how to do a spin dash, and by visualizing his friends.
As the goal.
Yeah. They get to the next room, but then KO was right, there was a trap set up, and he gets caught in a... What did he gets caught in a machine Boxman set up that's powered by the Master Emerald, which Boxman tricked Knuckles into giving him. And he calls it the Robot-y Makey Machine.
Yeah, and he thought he got Sonic again. He thought, that his minion children got Sonic, then he thought he got Sonic. Just not having a good day.
He just wants to make Metal Sonic, and he's never gonna get the chance.
Yeah.
But he makes Metal KO instead.
Yeah. next we get, like, this really fun animated sequence of, like, Metal KO and Sonic chasing each other. They go through all, like, these different, like, really nice-looking bits of basically Sonic 1 and 2 level set pieces. Eventually, Sonic gets cornered by a pit of water, and Tails is able to, like, save him from falling into the water, but Metal KO falls in instead, and...
and it references the OVA.
Yeah,
this is the one I was trying to think of. I, like, could not think of this for some reason until just now.
KO just straight up says there can only be one. Little buddy. Instead of one Sonic.
Yeah, because he falls in the water and he, like Sonic tries to reach his hand out, but he slaps it away and he's like, there could only be one little buddy. But Sonic actually dives in because it's not lava this time.
And with the real superpower of teamwork, Sonic and Tails are able to get Metal KO out and de-roboticize him.
Yeah, does he just, like, hit him to de-roboticize him?
Yeah, he just jumps on him like you would with an enemy in the game.
It's funny. But I'm also like, could Tails swim? Why didn't he just jump in?
I guess that's why he pops in at the end, and actually, yeah, Tails can swim.
But he lets Sonic try first.
I guess. Yeah. We get this whole thing where Sonic explains to him that KO isn't going to take Tails' place. KO is just a little buddy, like Cream the Rabbit. KO gets the reference, and...
It's like, I love Cream.
And Tails is Sonic's best friend. Boxman, like, tries to, like, do something. I don't remember what, but Tails is able to...
crush his friends.
Yeah. Oh, right, to crush... He's got Rad and Enid set up under, like, this 100-ton thing, and at this point, they recreate, like, the end credit scene from every episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, where he gets, like, crushed by the Crusher instead of Rad and Enid.
Yeah, and it's because Tails took over with his little remote.
KO calls Tails way past cool, and we get, like, a little ending thing of, like, them just, like, leaving.
Yeah, he, like, fanboys over Tails before they leave, and Sonic looks bored. But, yeah, and then he says way past cool, and they ride on the plane.
Standing straight up.
With Sonic riding, again, on the top.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Just get that boy down.
And KO realizes he never learned a lesson, so we do as Sonic says. Sonic just says, don't sleep through everything. There's a lot of good things. Live life to its fullest. Don't go to sleep.
Sonic is like, if you fall asleep, you might miss a chance to see me, and that's no good.
So I think that wraps up this episode. So why don't we just go over some asks that we got?
Hey.
Let me just pop over to the Ask Zone. Listeners, if you ever want to send in a question, you can either respond to a Twitter Ask post or ask at your leisure at the Ask Zone, where you'll get the prompt for the week early. The Ask Zone is in the Discord, by the way. We got a good amount of questions.
Nice.
Do we get any on Twitter? I see the ones on Discord, but...
I don't think we got any on Twitter. Let me just double check. Nope, none. So, for our first question, we get a series of questions from Sidmon, who asks, how would you dispatch your doppelganger who has stolen your life? Would you smooch a ghost? Do you need a heroes, and what would your heroes team be?
Well, maybe I am the doppelganger, so that might be a problem. No, I don't know. I would make a deal with them, be like, hey, we could do more if we both exist, so I don't have to get rid of you. And then if they're like me, they just don't want to fight anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, if my doppelganger is like me, then they also have broken lungs, so I would just ask them to run a few miles, and that would take care of that.
I try to convince my doppelganger they don't want to be me because I'm very, very poor.
That also works.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
I would, of course, smooch a ghost. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
If I could.
Yeah.
If they're not, like, the kind that you just go through, you know. I would smooch Napstablook, yes.
Still trying to get my sleep paralysis demon to hang out with me.
Do you need a heroes?
I don't think I need a heroes right now.
Need a hero to the end of the night. We gotta be strong.
Actually,
I don't know if I need one right now. I don't know what my heroes team would be either.
I mean...
Yeah.
Maybe it would just be the podcast, since it's like 3 people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Could be our own heroes team.
In Sonic Heroes, heroes team is like speed, flight, power, so which one of us is which?
I want to be flight. Since my Sona's a bird.
I'd want to be power.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would be speed, because my connection always stops first. So we got a speed
Your
run.
notoriously fast connection.
My notoriously very quick and good connection.
Gotta speed run this podcast.
Flighter Dark asks, so assuming you can befriend your doppelganger, what would you make them do that you don't want to do? Dishes. And actually just cleaning in general, or even then they don't have to clean, they just have to be there to help me clean.
Yeah, that's a good one, honestly. Or like, hey, if you're like me, you hate doing... I don't know. Yeah, you hate doing dishes, but you also hate doing fucking cleaning your room. So if I take the room, you do the dishes, you know? Like, make a deal. Or, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that, like, both the first 2 kind of have doppelgangers in them, right? Because it's Eggman, and then it's Chip, like the lady ghost being Chip. So, seems like there's a theme.
Marshmallow asks, what other property would you like to see Sonic cross over with?
Ooh.
Sonic Marvel movie.
That's so mean to Sonic.
I know. What
What if Sonic met Bubsy?
What if Sonic met Bubsy?
What if Sonic played a children's card game?
Oh, what if he did?
Oh. Sonic Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sonic plays modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And loses his mind at the other player taking 5 minutes to make his turn.
He's like, it's taking so long! This game sucks!
He's like, you mean I have to draw? Again?
What, would Sonic, like, play? Or would he be, like, a monster? Would he be a card?
Okay.
What is the Sonic card?
Okay, I'm so sorry. This is a little bit of a spoiler for GX, so I'm sorry, Dan. But sometimes monsters do play themselves.
Yeah, I know about...
So...
I know about Don Zalug.
He can be both.
The one, the only
Don
Zalug.
The great detective, Don Zalug.
I mean, they kind of do that in Virtual World anyway.
Yeah,
too.
So yeah, he can play himself.
Yeah. Sure.
And he gets priority attack no matter whose turn it is.
Let's just cross Sonic with all our podcast topics. So, Hunter x Hunter also.
Sonic would speedrun the entire Hunter x Hunter train, not the train arc, the exam arc.
Oh no, he sure
Could you
would.
imagine Sonic and Trick Tower when they had to wait in their... Sonic and Trick Tower.
He would just run on the walls.
He would...
And he wouldn't care if it was like a 45-minute thing. He'd be like, this'll take a minute. Fuck off.
They're like, don't run on the walls. There are baby demons that eat you. And he's like, what? I'm already at the bottom.
What? I can't hear you. I had AirPods on.
Keith the Mouse asks, which Sonic characters are most likely to start a podcast together, and what would they talk about? I feel like the Chaotix would start a podcast.
Yeah.
They're detectives, right? Maybe they would do like one of those true crime podcasts. Yeah, that seems like that makes the most sense. Or like maybe, I don't know who Tails would do it with, but he would maybe do some kind of tech podcast.
Tails talks
with,
basic math to Knuckles for an hour.
Silver also seems like just someone who would start a podcast.
Silver does.
Maybe Silver and Blaze.
They definitely have an anime podcast. I don't know what anime they watch, but they definitely have an anime podcast.
Yeah. Drashura asks, how upset are you that Man of the Year ends with a lie?
You know,
it's been like 30
they could
years,
come back one day.
So, I'm fine.
Tomorrow they
funny.
announce that Man of the Year will be continued right now. They were going to release it
too.
They were going to release it this year, but then COVID happened, so, you know, they're delayed a little bit.
That's all our questions for today, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. Let me just open up the list in advance so I know what I'm reading. And that is a 4. We will be talking about UK comics, which means we'll probably be finishing Stay Sonic if I don't think there's much of it left.
And then
we'll finally get to the comics.
Yeah.
We'll no longer be lying.
Yeah. So, with that, I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee /Mike_Dawson with a 0. From there, you can find my Twitter. You can find the other podcasts I do, which include Pot of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, Stranger's Fiction, and actual play podcast focused on one-shots. We very recently uploaded a new episode where we played Skate or Die by Riley Hopkins. Disney Minus, a Disney podcast, which I will be recording a new episode for tomorrow, about the 1999 movie My Favorite Martian, starring Christopher Lloyd. There's also my art blog and my Ko-fi, where for as little as $3 you can get a commission from me. And of course, at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. Happy Rosh Hashanah, Xbox. Yeah. More. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me. You can also find me on my Hunter x Hunter podcast, HXH Pod on Twitter. And you can also find me on the first series of Wow Cool Robot, Gundam Watching podcast. They moved on to Zeta. Still good.
Devin, where can we find you?
You can find me at my Twitter at GroovinGhastly, and you can find me on my other Hunter x Hunter podcast, completely unrelated from Worgs, which is Gone Will Hunting. We just...
Oh. I didn't actually say the name of it. I just said it was HXH Pod on Twitter. Mine's Departure Lounge. Sorry. Yes. Yours is Gone Will Hunting.
Uh-huh. And yeah.
Sorry.
We have our episode talking about a very good batch of 1999 filler episodes, so would definitely recommend listening to those ones because they are wild.
And you can find us at twitter.com at ShuffleSonic, at ShuffleSonic on Twitter. You can email us at sonicshufflecast@gmail.com. And that's... and you can also join our Discord from either the Twitter or the show notes that are included with every episode. And with that, I'd like to end this episode by saying Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He's the only blue live that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
It's only magic. Isn't it amazing when you know? Every second that you see is 24 connected pieces. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying.